But maybe in another life. But maybe in another life is what my best friend in college in my dorm room used to tell me every single day. Maybe in another life I'm taller. Maybe in another life I'm better. Maybe in another life I have this car, I have this life. But bro, what about the life you have right fucking now? Man, okay, I wanted to make this YouTube video. I wanted to make this YouTube channel. I just started it yesterday. I got like 3 views on my first video. I think that's pretty good for YouTube. You know, YouTube I kind of suck at. But I wanted to make this video to inspire people, to make you realize that, hold on, my life is shit. The only way I'm gonna change right now is by changing something on the internal to affect the external. And this mindset only changed to me when I was 18 years old, when I was stuck in a spot I didn't want to be, partying every day with losers. And then the moment of realization happened to me. The moment of realization when I realized, hold on, my life is meant for something more. I wasn't meant to sit in a college room every single day, party, get drunk, chase women. I knew my life was meant for something more. I knew that I wanted to give something my all for once in life. I wanted to give something my absolute attention. And that's what I did. I started affiliate marketing, making ads for businesses. And I reached my first 6 figures at 19. And then I realized, well, hold on, that's nothing. But that's not what this video is about. This video is about you. It's not my story, it's your story. See, Aristotle once famously said, "We become what we repeatedly do. Excellence is not earned, but it is a habit." So what does that even mean? That means that everything we do every single day over and over again, we eventually become. If we keep on doom scrolling every day, what are we going to be? We're going to be an NPC, we're going to be a bot. And I know your life is way more meant for that. Way more meant for more. If you're like me, which I know you probably are because the universe led you to this video right here, right now. Whether I'm having 3 views, whether I'm having 1 million, you know you were meant for something more. Forget the what if I had this, what if this happened like this, what in another life? No, you have the life right now. You have the choice right now. And only you are going to stop you. The law of self-sabotage says, like, the only person that's stopping yourself from achieving the version you want to be is yourself. Because you're just sabotaging yourself at the end of the day. And that's what makes people so confused. Because they're wondering why their life is shit. But they're doing it to themselves. Because if we really wanted it, if we really thought about it as much as we wanted it to achieve, we thought about that dream car, that dream life, that dream house, that dream girl, we would have it. We are not what happens to us, we are how we react. We are not what happens to us, we are the abundance mindset or scarcity mindset that we put on. I know when I lost a ton of money, and I mean a ton of money at 19, I lost almost a bunch of it in crypto. I had a scarcity mindset where I was scared. I wanted more. I wanted to save it. I wanted to hold it on. Didn't want to take risks. I was just scared. And that's what controls people so much. That's what controls the minds that are floating wanderously across school, across the universe, across life. But now I want you all to imagine that version of you on your deathbed. Now imagine if God were to pull up. He pulls up with his iPhone, he swipes, he says, "Yo bro, this could have been you." And then you look at him and say, what? You say, that could have been me? That could have been me? That dream? It could have been real? But now imagine that version of you, 80 years ago when you were just a little kid. When you were just a little kid, imagine all the thoughts, the dreams, the ambitions we had. I'm going to be an astronaut. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to have $1 billion. I'm going to be the next Bill Gates. Imagine all those dreams we had. But why did it just fade away as we grew up? Why did it just fade away? Like into nothingness. I'm going to be an astronaut. I'm going to be a doctor. I'm going to save so many lives. I'm going to change people's lives. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Where did it all go? Where did it all go? Because that's when we were applying our mind and life from a state of abundance. But as we walk through life, we go through many challenges, we go through many tragedies, and then we realize the scarcity mindset, which people are living so freely. They're just NPCs roaming around with the scarcity mindset of being scared, of hoping what's next in the short term, but not in the long term, like the abundant state we were when we were little kids, saying, I'm going to be an astronaut, I'm going to go on the moon, I'm going to invent this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do this. I was reading through a page of someone very close to me in his diary when he was 11 years old. I'm going to do this, I'm going to be an inventor, I'm going to be a scientist, I'm going to invent so much stuff. I'm going to create this game in real life and turn it into something amazing. And then that all suddenly goes away. It drifts away in space continuum. It's gone. Where did it go? But we have to tap into that mindset of abundance. Otherwise, we'll be stuck in the same thing we are right now. And I know you watching this right now, whether you're 40, whether you're 20, whether you're 18, 17, 16, you want to be in that life of abundance. You don't want to be in the life of scarcity. But now, how do we get back into that mindset of abundance? Well, the first step, of course, is to realize the problem. Realize what's holding us back. Realize the mindset we have right now and how can we change it. So when I was in the scarcity mindset, the number one thing I went to church. I went to a Bible study that I've never gone to in 7 years. And the first thing it said was, lean not on your own understanding, but lean on His. Trust in God, trust in the process, and it will all work out. And I thought, well, maybe I'm going to give this a shot. Maybe I'm going to see where this goes. And 5 months later, after maybe the worst time of my life, I bought my dream car. Bought a Corvette 2025. But I only got there from the abundance mindset. I didn't get there from the scarcity mindset. And now the second move on the chessboard is to change. But changing is the hardest part. That's what most people can't do. They don't want to change. They're too comfortable in the state of scarcity. They're okay with being scared. But sometimes you have to just take the leap of faith. And if you don't take the leap of faith, you'll be stuck doing the same shit forever. You get what I'm saying? Exactly. So we have to make a change, otherwise nothing changes. And that's what leads people astray so much, is because they're unwilling to make the change. A lot of people say that people don't change, but people can change, they just don't want to. And then the third step, we have to look back on our changes and see what went wrong. Aristotle once said, we become what we repeatedly do. So, if we look back on what we repeatedly do, change it up a little bit, see what's working, what's not, how we can be better, we will eventually change our own mindset. And as a wise man once said, We become what we think about most of the time. Now let that sink in. Imagine the version of you, when you were 6, 7 years old.
When your kid is
Imagine what he dreamt of. I'm going to be an astronaut. I'm going to be a scientist. I'm going to invent this. I'm going to invent that. I'm going to be the next Bill Gates. Imagine if that flow state of mind continuously lived inside you for years. Imagine the person you would be. But that's just in one reality. And you can get into that reality too. But the first step is having the leap of faith. Believing. Now that's the hardest part.